Before we begin this previously episode, I don't want to keep on forward because this is a very special episode of Friday's LukeJ62895. Let's begin this episode right now and let's get right through it, shall we? So we got.
From the studio of LJPCBM, it's Fridays with LukeJ62895. And now the host of Fridays with LukeJ62895, the founder of LukeJ62895 Productions LLC, LukeJ62895, aka Luke Jeffers.
Thank you, DC Comic Fan 2004. Hello, people. This is Luke Jeffers speaking. Welcome to a very special episode of Friday's LukeJ62895. And, man, I want to keep this very short on episode 304 of Friday's LukeJ62895. Now, this is going to be the second to the last of the secondary episode. Just for today, 9/11/2020, and that's gonna be it for the rest of the day. So, now I don't want to be joined by guests today in this episode because this is a very special episode because it's 9/11, folks, and what I can tell is 9/11 has hit us hard, really bad. You know, 9/11 was a September 11 attacks. I was only 6 years old when this happened, you know? And, folks, if you don't believe me, check out what I wanted to tell in Billy's post. You know, he showed an attack 4 years ago today, yada yada thing, and then that's how gonna happen. So, anyway, let me tell you the brief story of what happened when I was 6 years old. I was 6 years old, and that was when I was in Winston Forest Elementary School at the time. And when this happened, I was in school at that time when 9/11 happened. And I never forget that moment. And that was a time when that was the very worst years of my life. 2001. And that was the worst year. And what I can tell, folks, it was one of the worst years of my mom's life. And the next year, I went to Georgetown Elementary School. And that was basically it. All my life was ruined because I didn't want to see no more of that. And I'm proud to be an American after the years of crap is over. You know, I just want to do it that way and be boring. You know, that's just me. But anyway. Let's read the September 11 attacks right now. So we got, shall we? So we got. This happened, often referred to as 9/11, was a series of 4 terrorist attacks by the ominous terrorist group Al-Qaeda against the United States on the morning of September 11, 2001. Yeah. The attacks resulted in 2,977 fatalities, it was so badly, over 25,000 injuries, and similarly long-term health and quality sentences. In addition to at least $10 billion in damages and property damages. 9/11 is the single deadliest terrorist attacks in human history. Wow. Just wow, I wish that never existed in American. I'm sorry. And the single deadliest incidents for firefighters. If you watch this the way it goes, this is for you. Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. A lot of foreign officers in the histories of America, with 343 and 72 killed. Wow, respectively. 4 passengers airliners which have departed from the airports in the northeastern United States bound for California were hijacked by 9 Al-Qaeda terrorists. Yeah, it was sad. 2 of the planes, American Airlines Flight 11 and United Airlines Flight 175, crashed in the North and South Towers, respectively, of a World Trade Center. I was safe while I was in school at the time. Complex in Lower Manhattan. Within an hour or 22 minutes, with 110-story towers collapsed. Wow. Damage in the water for these fires caused a partial or complete collapse in all our buildings in the World Trade Center complex. Wow. Including the 47-story 7 World Trade Center tower, as well as significant damage to the 10 other large surrounding structures. A third plane, an American Airlines Flight 77, was crashed in the Pentagon, headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense. Oh God, please help me. In Arlington County, Virginia, which I've been to once in 2013, year I graduated from high school. Yeah, it was sad. But I never went there in elementary school. That was not my first time. No. This is my 0th time. I know it says 0. Nah. But anyway. Which led to the partial collapse of the building's west side. The 4-plane, United Airlines Flight 93 was allegedly flown towards, oh my God, Washington, D.C., but crashed in the field in Silicon Township, Pennsylvania, after the passengers warned the hijackers. Yeah, it was very emotional in a way, but that's just me. Suspicion quickly fell to Al-Qaeda. The United States responded by launching the tour and invading Afghanistan to depose the Taliban, which had failed to comply with U.S. demands to expel Al-Qaeda from Afghanistan. Wow, Afghanistan, what pronounce it? Yeah, and straight their leader, Osama bin Laden. Yeah, we'll be doing him, but you know, that's just me. Many countries straight their anti-terrorism legislation and expand the powers of law enforcement and intelligence agencies to prevent terrorist attacks. Although bin Laden initially denied any involvement in 2004, he claimed responding to the attacks. According to bin Laden, cited U.S. report for Israel. Wow, the presence of U.S. troops and set by America and cited against Aqua and as motives. After Aquarian capture for almost a decade, bin Laden was located in Pakistan in 2011 and killed during the U.S. military raid. Hooray! The destruction of the World Trade Center and nearby infrastructure seriously harmed the industry in New York City and had a significant effort on global markets. The U.S. and Canadian civilization airspace were closed until September 13th, while Wall Street was closed until September 17th. Many closings, investigations, and cancellations followed. Out of respect or fear of further attacks, the cleanup in the World Trade Center site was completed in May 2002. Wow. And the Pentagon was prepared for the year. The construction of World Trade Center began in November 2006. The building opened in November 2014. Wow. Man. Numerous memorials have been constructed, including the National September 11th Memorial and Museum in New York City, the Pentagon Memorial in Arlington County, Virginia, and the Flight 93 National Memorial in the Pennsylvania crash site. Wow. Well, I'm not gonna read you the whole story, but the problem is that it's just very sad, Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore, but things have changed. Everything with the villains and everything. I'll explain more in the Crazy Bunches web show, episode number 20 for right now. But before we go, folks, I have to read you some notes now, and then we'll wrap up the show with a huge bang. I know it's very complicated, but 19 years ago today, this is a terrorist attack, and we'll never forget 9/11. And this is the baddest, tragicest day of our lives. And the deaths of September 11, 2001. Now, I'm going to read you this before we go, and here it are as follows. Clem Dresswood, American baseball player. Ariel Grasry, Indian Olympic drawing disaster, men's marathon, the 1946 Summer Olympics. Harry Hanford, 77. Peer was range manager, the Queen Elizabeth II. Harry Swerzer, 46. Shot. Alice Stewart Trayton, American educator, was heart failure. Vince Badger, 84. American baseball player. And then nearly 3,000 people were killed in the September 11 attacks, as follows. David Engel, 55, who was from Frasier, the screenwriter, television producer, and screenwriter. Mommy Ada, Egyptian, one of the hijackers in 9/11. Gordon Bailey, Canadian ice hockey player and scout. Fadja Bonham, 24, one of the hijackers, wow. Todd Bender, 32. Barry Barnson, 53, American actress and photographer, wow. Karen Bog, 48, American filmmaker and video producer. Bill Bogart, 54, an American photojournalist, wow. Mark Bingham, 31, an American airline passenger. Ronald Paul Belka, 47, another American fire marshal. Charles Burlingame, 51, American airline pilot. Tom Burnett, same thing, 38. William E. Jaswell, American journalist, 54. Kevin Goswell, American business executive, 46. Wells, Crossworth, 24, American investment banker. William M. Feehan, 71, American deputy fire commissioner. William Wilson Flagg, 62, former United States Navy Rear Administrator, who was considered in the 1991 tailhook scandal. Wow. Something else. Peter J. Jancy Jr., 54, Chief of the Fire Department in New York. Chief A. Glancy, 38, American actor and firefighter. I want to read 3 of the of Gravity, because these are bad geometries, 22, 20, 21. That was sad, but anyway. Not going to talk about it, but anyway. Germany Glick, 31, American airline passenger. Lauren Garsley, 38, an American author. Norman Hopsey, 32, American cricketer. I want to read, never mind. American research technician for 23, Martin Solomon Harmony, wow. Honey Hopper, 20, died. Sorry, one of the hijackers. American FBI agent Bernard Hayen, 45. There's a lot of story which I'm not gonna read. There's 25-20-20. Wow. American airline pilot Ronald Harmer Jr. Roy Harmer Jr. Wow. 46. Zarf 26. Charles Edward Jones, an American astronaut, 48. Michael Judge, captain of the Fire Department of New York, 68. Neil David Levon, executive director of the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, 46. Daniel M. Lappin, co-founder of Amic Technologies, 31. Rexa Marziatiez, 37, Puerto Rican American airline passenger. 46, Iman Mosley, American Legion player. Tiffany Mauve, 53, New Jersey, U.S. Army. I'm not gonna read these songs with blah blah that about mentioning names about this. But anyway, 22, 28, 22, 25, and so forth. With these three just kind of speaking any languages like this. But anyway, 35, American flight attendant from Madeline Amy Sweeney, and American surrender is probably 55, American computer passenger, which I'm not going to read the rest. But a list can be found right here. It is sad to see him go, but it's gonna be a bad way to talk about it. So anyway, cause of death known and release. Yeah, but anyway, that's the story of 9/11. But I'll talk more about 9/11 and more in the Crazy Bunch Web Show episode number 20. Right now, let's talk about what's to come this week and next week. Hold on one sec. Okay, never mind. Okay. We got Eligible React episode number 555. We got it's on September 11, 2020. And then finish up Eligible 2020 day 256. Then we got Crazy Bunch Web Show episode 20. But not 21 because I'm gonna fix that real quick. But anyway. And Hamrick's Palm episode 103, if you watch this remix, and a boxing video, and food reviews episode, let me check, I'm not sure I mentioned number at the end of the show, but we'll see. Weekend Celebration episode 54, and so forth. Down September 13th, we got the Honest Videos, week number 5 event, and birthday special for Sonic Hedgehog, which will have a YouTube mirror event on September 23rd to 24th respectively. So there you go on Jeremy Christmas part. But anyway. September 14th will be a premiere event for October 1st on Bonzi Buddies Elgin Social Co-op Edition. So stand by for that. Then on top of that, I have a reaction video to do on Elgin React special event on Apple Keynote. Then we got Bonzi Buddy Elgin Social Co-op Edition episode 2. Stand by for that. And that's September 16th, 2020 is Bonzi Buddy episode Social Co-op episode 3. And then September 17th, 2020, Ripley's Believe It or Not episodes 75 to 77. And we'll be back for the next episode on September on September 18th, which is next week. But until then, that will episode for the brand new episode of Friday's LukeJ62895 for today, 9/11/2020. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be, let me check my list here. It is, oh no, it's not going to be on my list. Stand by. One moment. Okay. Okay. Happy early 41st day, Bo. Okay. There we go. I got the thing straightened up. Till next time, so Jefferson, goodbye. Peace out, baby. We get more FWL episodes, guys, very soon. Till then, Jefferson out. See ya.